So the first thing I want to know is just let us know what is your name and what's your title here.
Okay, my name is Joaquin. I'm an aquatic manager for the city of Hialeah.
Okay, and how long have you worked for the city?
Right now, I'm hitting about 9 years working for the city of Hialeah.
Oh, almost a decade.
Yes, very close. Yes.
But have you always been manager? Have you been manager those 9 years?
No. Basically, I started off as a temporary or part-time lifeguard out here with the city, and over a short period of time, I moved through the ladder and became an aquatic manager.
And how short is that short period of time?
Basically, I would say in about a 7 or 8 month period, I moved from being a part-time lifeguard to an aquatic assistant manager. 3 months after that, I became an aquatic manager with the city.
Okay, so that's a really short time that you moved up from lifeguard to management. So how did you get there? How did you get from lifeguard to the assistant manager?
Well, basically, when I started as a lifeguard, I was really doing just the basic stuff, sitting on a lifeguard chair, surveillance, and stuff like that. And I started outshining several other employees by basically doing other things that was uncanny of any lifeguard. I was doing a lot of maintenance stuff. I was learning a lot of the chemical controlling systems and the filtration systems, and that kind of set me apart.
Yeah, you were doing more than what was required. So
exactly.
That made others, notice.
Right.
Who was it that was teaching you though how to do that? Like you said, you were learning how to test the chemicals. How did you?
Right.
Who taught you?
Well, basically, the majority of the stuff I would somewhat shadow my bosses in a sense because I'm always eager to know how things work, and I overshadowed them. A lot of the contractors that would come out and fix several of the equipment, I would shadow them and always ask questions, which is one of the main things that they always told me to do.
Okay. Did you do that because you didn't like being lifeguard and you wanted to be that for management?
To be honest with you, yes, that was pretty much the deal. Sitting on a chair gets very boring after a while, and I saw it as a way to escape. And not only is it part of my personality as far as ingenuity, but it was just a way to get out of being in the sun for more than 3 hours.
Okay. Now I know you. Not only have you managed here at Mylander, you also managed at McDonald's, and I don't know if you managed at any other pools.
Well, basically, where I started at is I started as a part-time lifeguard, and I became what you would call a chief guard, which is a lead lifeguard at the smaller pools. And I did that for a summer. After that summer, which was Reed Pool, which is on the west side of Hialeah, and it's a small pool. It's very small, low capacity. I started off there, became a chief guard at McDonald's. Well, I continued being as a lifeguard at Mylander, and then I was transferred over to McDonald's, and that's where basically I had my imprint, or that's where I started moving up the ladder.
Okay. Would you say that you're a people person though? Because you have to look over people as a lifeguard, and then as a manager you're looking over people as well. So.
As far as being a people person, yes, I am. Obviously, working a lot with the public and patrons, and teaching swim lessons, and instructing lifeguard courses, and instructing my staff in general. Yes, you need to have that communication skill and ability to talk with people and communicate. Yeah, I would consider that. Yes.
So is that something that you always knew you had, or you learned it? You learned that you were a people person.
I would say it's something that you end up exploring and finding out that you do have that talent. I would not have considered myself as a people person in the beginning. I was always to myself, doing my thing and trying to better myself, and I escalated to where I'm at now.
Now you're helping others.
Pretty much.
On the other side.
Yes.
Okay. Is there any difference between working here in this pool and working at McDonald's or the smaller pools?
Well, there is, as far as management is concerned, there's a big difference. When I was a chief guard at a small pool, it was very relational. So it was me with two other guys, and it gets to the point where you're very friendly. When I started at Mylander, McDonald, it was more. It's you're talking about 18 staff, 22 in all, as far as cashiers and lifeguards and instructors and assistant managers and all that stuff. So I got a little bit more organized as far as management style. The big difference when I got transferred over here to Mylander, it was pretty much the same thing. It's new people. There's always language barriers as far as a lot of Spanish speakers and English speakers, and you have to be able to communicate. But the big difference was the programming. It was the type of people that attended McDonald, which were more, how would I say, visitors, I would say, consider them. Because they would come in one day and you would never see them again, versus Mylander, which is the same people attending the facility constantly. So yeah, it's because of the programming, exactly. Swim teams and all the stuff that people have to come here on a daily basis.
Okay. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Any advice that you have, or is there a certain model that you go by?
Wow. Well, something that I've learned, and it's funny you bring this up, is I've always been the one to overshine. I wanted to do exactly what all my teachers have said, and I thought it was a cliche at first. You do want to be the best at what you do, and you must strive for that at all times. And I think that's what helped me become a manager and move the ladder of Hialeah. That's what actually helped me. I was always striving to be the best. I wanted to be the best. I wanted to be different from everybody. And I think that's the reason why I moved that fast and I got that kind of attention from my management.
Okay. So is there a next step, or do you see yourself, or where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Oh, wow.
Will you still be here in the city of Hialeah?
Oh, well, right now, as far as my personal goals, which is a little bit different, I have always strived to be the next step. Unfortunately, I've hit somewhat of a dead road as far as my management. It's just there's no opportunity for movement. I always planned to retire at age 29 from the city of Hialeah, hitting my tenure, and then start a new career somewhere else and progressing from there.
That's awesome. To be 29 and retire.
Yes,
Okay.
at least from one job.
Yeah. Well, Joaquin, thank you for your time and for telling me about yourself. And
You're very welcome. Thank you. Bye.